How's it going, everyone? Welcome to a new episode of Road to Glory, also known as Phoenix from the Ashes, episode 3, and as you can see, we are buying Memphis Depay, a 68 overall left winger from PSV. In PSV, he's either playing as a left forward or a right forward, and let me tell you something, he is one of the biggest prospects in the Netherlands. He's just an amazing player, just basically great at everything, at dribbling, he's great at doing skills, so I expect him to be 5-star skills at FIFA 13 or FIFA 14. He's great at shooting, he's great at passing, and he's really pacey. To make it even better, he is even better in FIFA. You really need to try him out. I will definitely feature him later on in an episode of RTG Players, so that's already a little spoiler for you that he will get featured in an episode of RTG Players. But as you can see, I decided to sell everyone on because it was getting quite a complicated hybrid, and I wanted to get and I didn't want to get in too much hassle, so I decided to sell everyone on with quite some profit. So I eventually got 5.4k, and I decided to buy a full silver Eredivisie team because my club name is FIFA nowadays. I thought, well, why not build a silver Eredivisie team, because a silver Eredivisie team is just amazing. It's probably one of my favorite leagues to build a silver team in, and I decided to go with the players because of course I now had free tokens, because I played 3 games, so I had free tokens to buy 3 players of course, and I decided to go with Castaños because he's just an amazing striker, probably one of my favorite silver strikers in the game, together with Beckford and some other guys, because his shot power is just beyond this world. You will see that in the upcoming clips. I also bought Depay, like I mentioned before, because he's an amazing player, and I decided to go with a pacey centre back known as Callas. I also mentioned him as an RTG player. You really need to try him out as well. So I decided to go in my first match, and I had quite some problems playing with this guy. He also had quite a good team, a full goal team, and I opened the score in the 56th minute with Memphis Depay with a destructive shot to make it 1-0. But he did manage to get back in the 79th minute with Mikkeli, a header, and since my goalkeeper is still a bronze, he wasn't able to save that, and he made it 1-1. And that's already how it ended, so quite a short first game, so 1-1, quite frustrating. So that's our first draw, but it isn't a loss, so I can still buy a new player, and I decided to go with a little bit more pace up front, because of course pace is such an important factor in FIFA, and of course I also noticed that pace is so important, and since the matchmaking in FIFA 13 isn't that great, you really need to get pace in order to get past those goal players. So I decided to go with Misijan. At first I wanted to go with Lukoki, but I couldn't afford him at the time, and Misijan was pretty much just as good, also had 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot. So I thought, like, well, why not, let's just try him out, and he's a pretty good player. Also, I finally found out why my team was playing so bad, because I noticed that my team was on a low morale, and I can't stress enough how important morale is in FIFA 13, because your team just plays so much better. So when you're building a new team, make sure to just apply a team talk right away when you're building a new team, because the difference is just huge and you will notice it. So with that being said, as you can see, I easily finessed the first goal in this game, and not much after that Castaños made the second goal in the game, pretty much by near post OP to make it 2-0, and he did manage to get one scruffy goal back with Juanmi. But that's of course what you get in FIFA Ultimate Team, but I couldn't complain since it was still 2-1 ahead, and I managed to increase the margin with Castaños completing his hat-trick in the 39th minute to make it 3-1, and he was just continuing on to get on the score sheet. But in the meantime, Misijan also got his goal, as you can see here, a pretty powerful shot with his left foot, because of the 4-star weak foot of course he can still shoot pretty well with his left foot. And here Castaños again with a really powerful shot. Once again, just try him out, he is so amazing, you won't regret the 2,000 coins that you're gonna pay for him. And here you can see the final goal of this episode, another goal by Castaños. So I just tried this guy with 6-1, and that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you haven't already, and till the next time, peace and bye later. Thank you guys for watching.